smicha. Today we'll discuss a halacha, a din, a isser, and to see how it is acted out in our day-to-day life. It is well known, the Torah says, "Lo sikaim v'lo siter," that you're not allowed to take revenge, you're not allowed to hold a grudge. And what the Gemara and how the Gemara explains what's the typical isser of taking revenge. If the person was nice towards you when you asked him for a favor, don't act that way towards him. But as I will soon elaborate, this isser actually has many, many more details to it, and perhaps sometimes it is permitted. It is well known, the story of the two people that were debating if they could get Hillel angry. Hillel was known to be a great tzaddik and a humble person, never to anger, and they were betting if one could get him angry. And with nonsense questions, Friday afternoon, the person came and asked him one question, and the Hillel was in the bath, and he schlepped him out of the bath, and Hillel never got angry. And the Mefarshim asked, it seems to be a stira. It seems to be a contradiction to a Gemara elsewhere. The Gemara in Yuma says, "Kol Talmud Chacham she'eini noikim v'noiter k'nachash eini Talmud Chacham." That a Talmud Chacham that does not take revenge like a nachash, like a snake, he's not a true Talmud Chacham. So why, when Hillel sees a person acting disrespectful to him in this petty way, Hillel had all right, and perhaps more than all right, because the Gemara says, "Ain't a Talmud Chacham," if you don't take revenge. So when are you allowed to take your revenge, and why? And why was Hillel against it? So let's talk about the statement of Kol Talmud Chacham she'ein noikim v'noiter k'nachash ein Talmud Chacham, where there are basically two questions: why particularly a nachash, a snake, and why is it important for the Talmud Chacham to take revenge? After all, the Torah says Lo sikaim. So most of the Mefarshim say that when a Talmud Chacham takes revenge, it is only allowed when somebody disappointed him, somebody disrespected him b'farhasia, in public. And therefore, if the Talmud Chacham sits there like a lemele and doesn't respond, there is a lack of kavod haTorah. It's not his kavod that he's standing for. Why particularly like a nachash? Because a nachash has this habit. All other animals, they chase their bait, they chase their food, and they do it because they gain hanag. They kill for hanag because they eat the food. The nachash has this nasty habit, and the nachash just stings and bites without any benefit, and perhaps it even harms him. So Chazal tell us that so too the Talmud Chacham, who is taking revenge because he has permission to take revenge, he has to be like a nachash. Don't get any personal gain while you're standing there and fighting for your cover. All right, back to the story of Hillel. Why didn't Hillel stand up for his rights? So the Sfas Emes says that it all depends on another machlokes. It depends if Rav shemachal or kvoidoi, if kvoidoi machal or not. Hillel held that Rav shemachal or kvoidoi machal, and therefore he didn't feel that he had to stand up and take revenge for this disrespect, dishonor. All right, this is how it extends to more details, because nachronim, some piskei halachas believe that the isser of v'lo sikaim v'lo siter only apply in dinei mamonos, in monetary issues. If somebody hurt you monetarily, you're not allowed to take revenge. But if it was any other type of action, that's where the isser of v'lo sikaim does not apply. For example, there is a shaila that comes about, discussed in today's Shailas Shuvas Sfarim. What happens if you, Baruch Hashem, made a simcha, you have a bar mitzvah, a chasna, you sent out invitations to all your close friends and relatives and people who you know, and after the simcha you sit down and you ask, was Chaim here, was Yankel here, was Rivka here, and you are happy for those who came, and you're sort of disappointed for those who you call as friends didn't show up. So next time your friend Chaim makes a simcha, you say, he didn't come to my bar mitzvah, to my chasna, I am not going to show up to his. Would that be a form of nekama? Would that be a form of nekama, especially that's obviously not dealing with dini mamanis? You're just sticking up for what you feel was disrespectful to you. So much so, in the Achrayim, they go on to say, how about if a father says, I am not going to go to Chaim's bar mitzvah because Chaim did not show up to my son's simcha. The same discussion is brought in the Achrayim, and they say that might also be a form of nekama because the father feels disrespected by somebody not honoring people in his family. So to boil it down into simple words, nekama in Dinei Mamonos is for sure an Isser. Nekama as a Talmud Chacham, and you have to know who falls into that category, will depend if it's Rav Shemachal Kvoide Machal or not. Nekama not in Dinei Mamonos, Rav HaPois can believe it extends even into feeling matters. You're not allowed to take revenge of somebody even if he hurt your feeling. Even there you have to be careful not to be over on Leisikoim and Leisiter. Yeshikoyach, and please join us again next week.